best friend sent me a video showing my sister walking around a casino and asked, "Bro, isn't your sister supposed to be paralyzed?" I glanced up from my phone and stared at my sister who sat in a wheelchair right in front of me, just like she had for 2 years. My heart raced. It was impossible. She was shot in the spine during a robbery while on duty as an officer, labeled the hero cop, who jumped in front of a bullet, and there were stitches from the surgery. I rewatched the video showing her at a blackjack table, doing a little dance while she celebrated a win. The timestamp was from last night. I felt my hands shake. "Deborah?" I called out. You can walk?" I turned the phone to her face and played the video. Her face went white. Tears started rolling down her cheeks. "Zach?" She called for her caregiver, who quickly emerged and wheeled her away from the living room. "Deborah, wait!" I yelled, trying to chase after her, but the door to her bedroom locked before I could reach her. I stared at the door and tried banging on it twice, but all I received was silence. At home, I tried showing my wife Courtney the video. She squinted, then paused it. "I mean, maybe it's just someone who looks very similar. Come on, you know she's paralyzed. Every single doctor we've met for the past 2 years confirmed it," she said before placing a kiss to my cheek. "Don't overthink it." But I had to confirm it. So that night after my wife Courtney went to bed, I snuck back to Deborah's house and installed a tiny camera in her living room vent while she slept. I watched the feed from my car and felt my blood turn cold. There she was, my sister Deborah, walking to the kitchen all on her own, like a bullet never got lodged into her spine. The video continued. I watched the caretaker Zach spreading documents across the table, making notes. And during their break, I watched them break out into a fist fight, dodging and countering like they were part of John Wick. I felt even more stumped, and this time, I needed the truth. I went inside my sister's apartment the next day, after I saw Zach step out to grab groceries. I found her in the kitchen and crossed my arms, blocking her way out. "Deborah, how long have you been able to walk?" I asked in an icy voice. Deborah shook her head, trying to wheel her way past me. "Why did you lie to me? We're family. I stuck by you through thick and thin, Deborah. I was here when your ex-husband left. I was here when your child got run over by a bus. I was here when you needed the motivation to do anything." Deborah trembled at my words before breaking out into tears. "I was trying to protect you." She took a deep breath and physically stepped out of the wheelchair. "I had to keep pretending because if I didn't, I knew they'd go after you next." I paused. "Go after me next? What are you even talking about?" I asked. "The bullet that hit me wasn't from the robbery suspect. The angle was all wrong. It came from behind me, just as I stepped in front of you. What I'm trying to say is, someone tried to hurt you that day, not me. You just got lucky. Really lucky." I felt my heart race. Someone was after me? Why? "There's something else," she said, pulling out a folder full of medical reports. The same ones I saw her discussing with Zach from the camera I hid in the vents. "The killer is still after you." She pointed to one of the documents confirming that there was poison in my blood tests from my last 3 physicals. I pressed my lips together, digging my fingernails into my palm. "You know who it is, don't you?" She frowned and nodded slowly. "That's why Zach is here. He's the detective in charge of investigating you." "Who is it?" I asked quietly. She shook her head. "Just leave it to me and Zach." "No," I interrupted. "Just tell me who." "Your wife. It's your wife Courtney," she said abruptly before laying out the facts. My wife had taken out $1 million life insurance policy on me without saying anything. And her partner, the guy who actually shot my sister, was my business partner TJ. "Why not just arrest them with this?" I asked. Deborah shook her head. "Can't prosecute unless there's a crime being committed. Unfortunately, the bullet I took for you isn't enough. Help us catch her in the act." We set up a sting operation. I went home, pretended to collapse during dinner to make her think the poison she'd been putting in my food was working. Courtney would call 911, playing the panicked wife perfectly. Then at the hospital, after hearing that I was fine, she'd wait until the nurses left me alone before sneaking in to finally finish the job. Everything went perfectly. There I was, pretending to be unconscious at the hospital after collapsing. I kept my eyes closed and my breathing steady as Courtney walked over to my bed. She picked up the pillow from the chair and held it over my face. "Should have died 2 years ago," she whispered. "Freeze!" 2 officers flooded into the room. Courtney dropped the pillow and spun around to find herself surrounded, and for a second, I thought we'd won. But then one of the officers turned his gun towards me and grinned. It was TJ, my business partner. I missed once. What are the odds I miss again? Full story on channel linked below.